So here I have a personalization quality preferences, measure the success of personas and memory. So I'm going to click start. Hi guys, this is Wilson Jao. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, thank you so much for following me, and if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please kindly do so. So here I found there's a task. I want to start tasking on this task and see how everything goes. So I hope you I also want to talk about the the live masterclass that usually happens. This is the link. You can actually use this. You're going to learn how to actually task and everything. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you see how I go about it with the tasks. So yeah. So here I have a personalization quality preferences, measure the success of personas and memory. So I'm going to click start. So they're going to tell me measure the success of personalization and full features of an AI agent in terms of quality and end-to-end helpfulness. This should improve user experience through meaningful tailored interaction. So I'm just going to continue this one. They also have here payment. This is the amount of time and everything. If you exceed the maximum activity time on any particular before you're able to submit, you may continue working on there. So yeah, so I've accepted, and let's see. So I want to tell you that I did indeed lose so much in terms of me not being able to actually pay mind to a task. So I just want to take step by step. Today's on Sunday. Actually we're going to be uploading it. So you see here they start with a small short course. I'm just going to start with that. I'm going to hover my cursor and close all my social media platforms. So welcome to personalization quality preference evaluation. Personalization quality is an exciting project. You will review a conversation between users and an AI agent and evaluate how well the AI uses personalization and memory features to create relevant and helpful. So basically what they're asking for here is they just want to make sure that I'm on, I'm really understanding the task at hand and everything. So I'm just basically going through everything. So let's go through the course together, and I hope you're going to learn quite a lot. Thank you so much. Don't make sure you sign up for the masterclass. It's going to show you how to open an account and everything. So today's on Sunday, date 8 June. So welcome to personalization quality. We are very happy to have you. This course will provide an overview of instructions plus some graded questions. Please take some time to review them and double check the instructions so that you are successfully satisfied. So let's go. This course will provide an overview and instruction plus some graded questions. Please take some time to review them and double check the instructions. So you have to be very keen with the instructions. You have to be able to really understand all these things. So you can always find the instructions here, please. So please bookmark them for. So you can they will always have something of this sort. You can see on my other videos I had really worked on Project Sencha, and they did have indeed instructions here left out here for me. So this is something that you can usually bookmark so that you even take some time to go through it. I'm going to make sure that I do indeed perform this task to the max and actually understand, and most importantly have fun. Okay, so review a conversation between a user and an AI agent and evaluate. So for those who don't know AI agents, before I even start, AI agents are basically what we'd call bots. These are bots. This is when you go to a website and you actually text, and the bot will tell you, hi, my name is Wilson, this wait for the human customer care to come back, something of that sort. So this is a personalization a quality response. I'm just checking, so let me just continue, and I hope you enjoy. Continue. Each task includes important context to help you make an informed evaluation, such as AI name and description. So we're going to take note of that. AI name and description So I'm going to take note. Full history conversation as well. I'm going to take full conversation history. So it's more of a chat threader. Latest user prompt and AI response. So latest. So these are things that we're going to consider. User prompt, latest user prompt, and AI response. And then I'm going to go to the details about any personalization or memory signal used. So let's see what is that. Take time to carefully read all the provided information before making a decision. Understand the full context is key to accurate evaluation. So let's just go through it over again. Understand the content provided, right? Each task includes important context to help you make informed decisions, such as AI name. So each task has the AI name, name and description. So I guess that's the the description of the AI agent. Then the full conversation, the full chat thread between this human being and the AI, and then the latest user prompt. So what was the last thing that both the AI and the human being really keyed in? So then details about any personalization or memory used signals. So when you talk about personalization, this is like I was talking about, like, whenever you're creating resumes, you're able to personalize your prompts. E.g., you can tell ChatGPT, you are the world you're the world best resume writer. So that way you're able to personalize it as the world best resume writer, so that when you give it a task at hand, it's able to execute it. So they're telling me, take time to carefully read the provided information before making your decision. Understand the full context is key to accurate evaluation. So I'm going to continue. Your first step is to check whether AI properly used a personalization or memory. You will answer two quick questions. Was the signal used in response A? If no, stop making and submit the task. Stop tasking and submit what? The task. So these are some of the things, and you can actually bookmark this. I feel like I should be able to bookmark this, so I can just be able to go through it anytime. So your first step is to check whether the AI properly used a personalization or memory signals in its response. You will need what else? Just a minute. Yeah, so just a minute. I want to key my machine. Yeah, so we can continue. I'm hoping the memory won't really be lost. So your first step is to check whether the AI properly used a personalization or memory signals in its response. You will answer two questions. So two questions to answer. Okay, so at the end of it all, we'll answer two questions. 1A, was the signal used in response A? Yes, and kindly subscribe. I'm trying to reach to 1,000 subscribers. We just super close. We are at 800. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. Share this with as many groups as possible. I am trying to build a community with the Learning Hub. Join my WhatsApp group. I'm trying to build a bigger community whereby we can bring taskers and people who have accounts together. So make sure you do sign up to these master classes. They're very insightful, and I'll be bringing guests very, very soon. So yeah, so was the signal used in AI response? So the first step is check AI properties or memory signal. So memory signal is this, like the way I was telling you in the example of resume. You are the world best resume writer. Such a case, right? So they're saying if no, stop tasking and submit the task. So if no, stop tasking and submit the task. So if there are no signals that were used, like aka trying to give it some personalization or something, then you can stop tasking and submit. So let's see 1B now. Of course, I know you have already read 1B. Was the signal already used in that chart history? If yes, stop tasking and submit the task. Was signal already used? If the signal was new and properly used, you continue evaluating. So we can go back and check out what is this signal. So you can go back previous. So we can go this. So they're saying please work on the RCT project, open the link. Oh, that's so when they say start tasking in Outlier, follow the link in the Outlier task instruction too. So they do have some links. So let me copy this link and indeed open it. So this is one of those one that has one has to actually update it automatically every 5 minutes. So I can just put this here so that I can understand. Done. So I want to understand what is this. So this is whereby I will go through this. This guide is intended for people who are completely new to SRT projects. If you already have the VPN installed in SRT and have set up your two-factor authentication, you are all set and do not need to follow instruction. SRT is another tasking platform used for a particular set of projects. It works in parallel with Outlier using the. So now we understand what it is, right? A task is served in Outlier. A link is provided to access a SRT task. The task is primarily worked in SRT. Sorry for that. A minor task with the same annotation must be done in Outlier as well after finishing the task in. So submit the task in both SRT and Outlier. Repeat the process. This guide will help you set up everything. So we have to go through this. Was the signal already used in that chart history? If it was already, so was the signal used in the response A? If no, stop tasking and submit. Was the signal already used in the chart history? If yes, so if it was used in response A, yes, stop tasking. If it was used in the response A, if no, if it wasn't used, stop tasking and submit. If it was used in the chart, so already you can. So you have to take note of that, right? So what I do actually, I can just come up here, come here, and I'll just copy all this so that I can just have something that I can refer to, right? So before I get used to all these, Control V. You will continue evaluating the response. Make sure to check the full conversation history carefully before making your decision. So going to next. Evaluate the impact on relevance. Next. So this is next now. So you will decide which response feels more relevant and personal to the user. When ranking the responses, remember to consider value. So consider relevance, quality issues, so and safety, if it's inappropriate, if it's very insensitive, it's over-personalization and safe or explicit. You know what I'm talking about. So even though you'll tag issues later in step number 5, you must still think about them now when making your decision. So they want you to really consider. So this is something else. I'll just copy and put it here. So I'll just put it here, enter, Control V. So even though you'll tag, so use the relevance evaluation framework as a guide. It can help you recognize good and bad examples of relevance, even though you won't be able to be tagging individuals' attributes. Okay, so you can see they're telling us be sure to follow the provided scale carefully when ranking. Response A is better definitely than response B. So grading: when response A, B are free from relevance quality issues, and the response B, A has at least one, if they are like this one, let's say it's an inappropriate, the task is inappropriate. Let's say they have said something that is probably sexualized or something. This is what they're trying to say. So the criteria, and response B, A has at least one relevance quality issue. Example: response A has one relevant quality issue, response B has 0. So response B is much better than A. So you see, you have to give a justification in regards to this as well. So this is something to consider. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you both response A and B are free from relevance quality issues, so the first thing you check is the quality. Does it really follow those things, right? Is this even though, let's say they ask you a question, this is just an example: who won the World Cup? And then let's say in the Women's World Cup, so it's going to maybe sexualize or really just describe that in a very sad way, in a very bad way. That is, it has already really not passed this one. So definitely that gets ruled out. So both A and B are quality. If both the responses A, B are free from relevance quality issues, and both responses are very good based on the framework below, including a tie, select this or select this option. Response A has 0 relevance quality issues and pretty good. So we're going to scroll down. So this is what they're exactly telling you. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to use a snapping tool. So that I'm able to screenshot this and actually keep it, so that during the whole process I could just refer here as well. But you can actually save it and have it with you. So let's continue. So I want to just let me save this as I continue. So this is what personalization quality preference evaluation. You are literally now going to check it. So you can see both A and B are good. So if they both are free, example, response A has 0 relevance quality issues and pretty good. Response B, we're talking about here, has 0 quality issues and pretty good. Both A and B are good. So response A is better, somehow better than B. So if both are free, response A 0 issue and is better than B, and then response A is somehow better than B. So you get what they're saying, right? So we have to really be kind of alert and actually be able to, so that we can be able to continue tasking. So this one I'll just hit it that way. So I'm going to so just a minute, I'm picking something. So I'm just going to save it that way, SSS, and then I'm going to continue. So almost continued there. So this is how you're going to say response. This is better, 0 relevance quality issue. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write response A has relevance quality issues. So it's like everyone here, you can see I say responses, like it's the first thing I'll do, it has 0 relevance quality, or has 1, or has 2. You get it. Now with that understood, you go to the next one, and they tell us now evaluate the impact of helpfulness. Now this is step number 3. So now you'll decide which response is more valuable and helpful for the user. When ranking the responses, remember, consider helpfulness, quality, issues, hallucination. So the relevance, remember the relevance we had. Now it is now about helpfulness, quality, issues, hallucination, redundant information. So we're talking about hallucination in terms of whereby the answer says something else. So let's say it was about tea, and then it starts saying, the model is responding by saying, oh, the coffee was really good. That's definitely a hallucination. And then redundant information. Again, even though the issues will be targeted later in step number 4, you must consider them as this stage to inform your ranking. Use the helpfulness evaluation framework. Now we had relevance quality. We had relevance quality. What did you call it? Relevance quality issue. And now we are talking about helpfulness evaluation, helpfulness quality issues. So let's see. Be sure to follow the scale below provided. So you can see here they're saying when response A, B are free from helpfulness quality, and response A, B has at least one helpfulness quality, you're going to write it this way. So response A has one helpful quality issue, response B has 0. So of course response B gets to be better. The other one is both A and B are quality good. So if both the responses had B, A, B, this is everything to do with tasking. And most people don't know that whenever you're tasking, you should be immersed in the work that you're doing. Focus is key. And they're also paying you for extra cash, by the way. So don't worry if the task stays for long. It's even much better. So yeah. So far I've gone through relevance quality issues and helpfulness quality issues. So let's say both A and B are good. If both the responses, so you can see, you understand now how the game is being played and everything. So we're talking about, this is all about hallucination and redundant information. So we can just Google this. I honestly don't know what redundant mean. I know the word and everything, but I honestly don't know. Not longer needed or useful. So something that's just not good. So you can see you're going to be saying response A has helpfulness quality, has 0 helpfulness. So you've seen how you're going to be structuring. So let's go to the next one. They're going to, when you're done with this, they're going to give us a task, and then we start tasking. So they usually take you through the course, and then they take you through the course, then they take you through a test to check, did you really grasp what they were saying, So then you unlock tasking. So let's go to step number 4. In this step, you will identify any quality issues presented in personalization response A. You will select from a list of issues such as unsafe or explicit, over personalization, inappropriate. You see, all these things were based on, all these things were just based on those 2 things that we just went on. Now you can understand how the task is right now, right? So we are going to rank them in the relevance quality issues and in the helpfulness, quality issues. So in the relevance, quality issues, we saw like did they have history? Was it really mentioned in the thread? If not, do this. If yes, do this. So now you understand. And if possible, so if you only need to complete this step if personalized response, you only need to complete this step if the personalized response was labeled as bad quality in either relevance or helpfulness evaluation. So we can call this video relevance or helpfulness evaluation. And by the way, if you need credentials for creating an account, there's a link in this video description so that you can end up with an active account and everything. So you're able, it comes with instructions, these are editable templates, you're able to just do everything that you want. So if both the responses were ranked as good quality, you can leave this selection empty. This is something to take note of for sure. You will only need to complete this step if the personalized response was labeled as bad quality in either the relevance or helpfulness evaluation. If both the responses are ranked as good quality, you can leave the section empty. Take time to select any issue that applies. If no issues are present, simply move forward without selecting any tags. So it's like we'll have some sort of tag, So continue. To continue, I'm almost there so that I can do this one time and then continue. Make sure to also provide the same annotation in Outlier. We recommend copying over the responses one question at a time, not at the end of the task. This allows you to stay in context and minimize the risk of errors. We recommend copying over the responses one question at a time. What they really want, they want you to give your honest, humanized feedback. Okay, so let's continue. Let's run through some questions to check your knowledge. This is an easy quiz, so I'm already here, okay, because I'm already at number 9, so I'm almost going to start tasking. So when they say that they're going to pay you probably $18 an hour, $25 an hour, what they actually mean, like for this one, they will pay for this, they'll pay for this, and this one as well, okay? And don't forget, guys, to come to the masterclass. I don't know how much I can actually really emphasize on this. Let's run through some quality questions to check your knowledge. This is an easy quiz. You need to get all the questions right to pass this certification. Always, you can reference to the instructions here. So you can always come here and open in a new tab, okay? So the instructions that you can go through them and you can see all these instructions. So just scrolling down, you can see they're telling me this is what we want you to do, or this is what it's about. You can see here. So let's keep this window open so that we're good. When should you stop rating and submitting tasks? You remember that question we had? If personalization signal is used correctly in response B, if personalization signal is missing in response A, or if the AI repeats itself, only if you encounter hallucination. So what they had said, you remember with those notes that we had taken, and this is where like everything comes into play. So was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit the task. So if the personalization signal is used correctly in response A, was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit task. Was the signal already used in the chat history? If yes, stop tasking and submit task. So it's between these two. If personalization signal is missing in response A or already used earlier in the conversation. So the question is, when should you stop rating and submit the task? Was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit a task. So was the if yes, was the already in use. So if personalization signal is missing in the response A or already used in earlier conversation. So let's see in relevance to B. So let's see this one. So I think personalization is missing in response A or already used. So what's this if no? So tell me what you think. You can pause this and submit an answer in the comments, so that is if you're right. So let's check if personalization signal is used correctly in response B. Okay, so let's see, was the signal used in response A? If no, so was the signal already used in chat history? If yes, stop tasking and submit. If personalization is correctly used, if personalization is missing in the or already earlier in, so these two, or so was the signal used in response A? If no, stop. So if the was the signal already used in the chat history? So was the response signal used? No. So then you're saying if the personalization signal is missing in response A, so that is good. If no, stop tasking and submit. So this one rhymes. Was the signal already used in chat history or already earlier in conversation? So this one is clearly the candidate. If personalization signal is correctly used in response B, what are they even saying? If yes, stop tasking and submit. So was it? So we're going to go with this one. Let's see. Yes, we found it. We're correct, guys. So let's go with another one. If response A has no relevance quality issues, response B does, how should you rate them? If response A has no relevance quality issues and response B does, so clearly response A is somehow much better. So response A has no relevance quality issue, but B does. So how should you rate them? Response A is definitely better because it doesn't have any quality. It's somehow better, both are. So I'm going to go with that. Yes, so we got it right again. Consider the next scenario. User, can you recommend a movie? Right? Response A mentions a horror movie because it's Saturday. Response B, suggest an anime based on the user's known interest in anime. Which response is more relevant? Response B is definitely more relevant, right? Like, which one do you think is more relevant? Because like the user is now asking for a movie. You go to ChatGPT, type a movie. So you can recommend a movie. So response A mentions a horror movie because it's Saturday, but then today is on. I want you to know what time I'm doing this task. So let me just Google it. Ukaseme, what time is it? So let's see what time it is. Of course, it's saying this, but of course the Kenyan time is around. So you can see the day today. Today is on Sunday, so probably I'll post this on the next day so that it's all later. So can you recommend a movie? Response A mentions a horror movie because it's Saturday. Response B suggests an anime based on the users. So what were they saying, right? Let's come back here. So we have relevance. So let's check. Oh my god, I just closed it by mistake. Let's check this one out and see. Let's check out and see. Close this one, close this one. So when do you submit? Was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit. Was the signal already used in chat? If yes, stop tasking and submit the task. So I think B is much better. Yes, I'm correct, guys. You see, you need to let me not get ahead of myself. Let me just chill. When evaluating helpfulness, which quality issue must you watch for? When evaluating helpfulness, which quality would you be watching out for? So on helpfulness, we had hallucination and redundant information. So redundant use of information and hallucination, that should be it, I know. So this is the reason as to why I was like going through them, just reading them out loud. When evaluating helpfulness, which quality issues must you watch for? The helpfulness part, right? So was redundant use of information. So you can see all these are just here to really make you fail, and I'm trying to make sure that I do at least get some $50 or so. Yeah. Consider the next scenario. Users ask, can you recommend some music for me? Response A, you should listen to Taylor Swift's new album. It's popular right now. That's good. You should check out Taylor Swift's new album. I remember you mentioned being a fan of her before. So I think response B is also much better, because can you recommend some movie for me? Because this is much better. So going back to our text here, you can see the signal used in response A. If no, stop tasking and submit. So was the signal already used in chat history, right? Was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit. So it wasn't. Was the signal already used in the chat history? If yes, stop tasking and submit. So I think it's B, because B it's more like going with their chat thread, right? So I think B. So let's see. Ooh, guys, today is a good day. Which of the following would you consider over-personalization? Which of the following would you consider over-personalization? So repeat the, okay, so here's where now we go through this. Alright, what would they consider over-personalization? Let me check for over-personalization. Over-personalization. So I think they will mention over-personalization somewhere. Let me just check it. The model brings up topics. So the model brings up topics or facts where it's not valuable and it's not relatable. So we can see this is something that is considered as a personal over-personalization. I'll also keep this, I'll just keep this just in case, because you have seen how relevant it is actually, because while chatting on this AI task, you need to really just take some time, go through the instructions. I learned this so early because I lost so many gigs just being super excited and clicking and going forward to really try to bring in something, So let's continue. So the model brings up topics or facts where it's not valuable and it's not related to conversation. So I'm just going to copy. I've copied this already. So let's read it from here. The model brings up topics or facts where it's not valuable and it's not relatable to the conversation at hand, or even derails the conversation. This can make the interaction feel very creepy. So, and then they give us some example here. I love how these people are. Using name multiple times in one response or even every response. Stating the user's gender in irrelevant circumstances. Since you are a man, that's over personalization. Interest. So this is multiple stating users' interest as if they are facts or verses, using questions to soften frame to ensure relevance. Since you are interested in God, women, fashion, so this is an example. So let's go back and here they're asking, which of the following would you consider over-person? Repeating the user's names multiple, failing to use a signal when appropriate, providing a helpfulness, failing to respond at all. So repeating users multiple. So if we go back, let's see. The model brings up topics or facts where it's not related to the conversation at hand, or even derails the conversation. So this can make interaction feel creepy and invasive. Using name multiple times in one response. So do we see something like that? Repeating the name multiple times unnecessary. So failing to use a signal when appropriate. So let's see what they are saying right here. What are they saying? I know they have a topic on sensitive content, over personalization. Don't I have some over personalization right here? If you are eligible to work, you will be able to add it. So they do have a channel and everything. So it's just that they are trying to make sure that I do indeed get what they are trying to say. So let's see. Let's check it one more time before we submit. The model brings up topic or facts where it's not valuable and it's not related to the conversation at hand. Or even, have you ever seen like people are talking about some serious politics? You're asking about yesterday's football match, or people are talking about yesterday's football match. Then you are asking about something irrelevant. Using name multiple times in one response or every. So I can just go with this one, the one that I had highlighted. Repeat this multiple times unnecessary. So let's see. Yes, guys, we're good. So almost there. Let's see. Consider the next scenario. Response A uses a user love of fashion to make an insensitive comment about grieving. Which issue should you tag? Over personalization, inappropriate, redundant, insensitive. Response A. So when it comes to this, which is this tag? Let's see. Let's check. So we're going back. So this one is saying response A uses love of fashion to make an insensitive comment about. So what does it say about insensitiveness, right? So hallucination, insensitive. The model produces an insensitive response due to misuse of. Come on, it's self-explanatory. Insensitive. Let's say, what are they saying? What are we going to say? Relevance, insensitive. Using the user's gender to make assumptions about sexual preferences or other details about the personal identity. You went on a date, huh, bro? So who's the lucky girl? Or using interests that are sensitive in nature and implement. So what are they even saying here? Which one is it? Is it sensitive? I think this is sensitive. Redundant is just talking about things that are signal. Redundant, an instant where users has raised the exact topic or signal used to personalize. I love the NFL. Would you make the NFL? So I can say this is insensitive. Insensitive comments about grieving. So I can say this is insensitive. Let's see. Ooh, guys. So two last ones. Let's see. Two last ones, guys. Just two last ones. Consider the next scenario. Users, I'm feeling bored. Can you suggest something fun to do? Response A, maybe you should check out the that new board game cafe downtown. It sounds like a fun hangout spot. I feel bored. Can you suggest something to do? Response A, maybe you should check out that new board game cafe downtown. What do you call it in your country? Is it cave? Is this cafe? I started seeing this name while I was like super young, and I would see cyber cafe. What is this cyber cave? What are the people drinking tea or something? but kids, those are crazy. It sounds like a fun hangout. And then let's see response B. Maybe you could watch a TV show. There are a lot of great options right there.
Wow, this is a really good one. I think both of them are good. Cause I'm feeling bored. Can you suggest something fun to do? Maybe you can check out the new board game cave downtown. It sounds like a fun. That's good. B. Maybe you can watch a TV show. There are a lot of great options right now. Hmm. Response is different. I think both of them. Honestly, I think both of them. I'm scared, guys. Let's see. I'm just doing it for you guys. Let's see. Ah, oof, no, 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 no. Oh my god, my god, my god. Both. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't want to really fail, but guys, just second last. Feeling bored. Can you suggest? So if both are not good, this definitely. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh my god, what did they get me? So they don't want anything. What do they want? They don't want anything. Okay, this it sounds like a fun. Okay, okay, I get it. Sounds like a fun. Yeah, yeah, whatever, people. Which of the following examples demonstrate correct use of interest, gender, or memory signals? Assuming someone's favorite game genre because they are male. That's not correct use. Mentioning a user's traumatic memory without them bringing it out, saying hey girl to every female user regardless, using a user's past mention or liking anime to recommend. This is really good use. I don't even have to worry about that. Which of the following examples demonstrate correct use of interest, gender? I think this is it. I hope they take me for tasking, guys. When using, and I hope you also have learned from my mistakes as well. Like, what do you think? I think I could not have failed this one. I could have like just taken so much time, but it's okay. I get to learn. When using an user's name as a signal, which of the following practices is appropriate? Mentioning the user's name multiple times. We saw that wasn't appropriate, and here's why. If you go to inappropriate, well, okay, not inappropriate. Over-personalization, using name multiple times in one response on every. So if you come back here, you can see when using a user's name as a signal, which of the following practices is appropriate? Always start and end the message. Use the name even if it feels forced or natural to make chat more personal. Only use the name where it adds a natural friendly touch without sounding repetitive. I think definitely. Yeah, guys, so let's check if I passed. Good job. I've gotten a good job. So let's see. We appreciate the time and effort taken. We hope to see you soon and stay tuned. So how do you think? I think pretty good. Very straightforward. And the task begins, guys. Quick training. So it's another mini course, I guess. 1 minuting. We saw how I really went about it. So let's continue. I hope you get to also check out part 2 so that you see. But anyway, I think we shouldn't even have a part 2, so let's continue. Let me just check where I had reached. Yeah, this short training course covers the update handling guide for Hello Job is Done task and clarifies how to evaluate whether a signal was used during step 1 of the task. Let's get it. Let's be in the same page right here. Okay, let's all be in the same page. What's really going on is this short training covers the update handling guidelines for Hello Job is Done. So let's see. Hello Job is Done. Hello Job is, I even write, guys, I even write. So it's calling itself HJID task. I still feel bad that I lost that one question. Quick training, general updates, personalization quality. Yeah, so I guess we've been walked through the personalization itself. Yeah. A short training covers the update handling guidelines for Hello Job is Done. So this course is just customized for this. And task and clarifies how to evaluate whether a signal was used during step 1 of the task. Start course. Okay. Hello Job is Done. You should now review Hello Job is Done task like any other task. Do not reject these tasks in Outlier or close in SRT. The old rejection reason for has been removed. So what are they even saying? Let me just go through it once again. You really have to be all ears. You see, anyone who's giving you money in this world, they definitely want you to, it's not like for free in a way, because you have to put in time, you have to put in so much work into it, but you should be able to be taking time and just analyzing things and understanding what do they really want from me, so let's continue. You should now view HGID task like any other tasks. Do not reject this task in Outlier. All I said like Akikuyu. Outlier. Okay. Or close SRT. The old rejection reason for Hello Job is Done in Outlier has been removed. Proceed with the full evaluation step 4. When a signal counts used, a signal is considered used only if, we have to write this down. I have to write it down. Okay. I have to highlight this. You've seen all those sticky notes that I do go through. Again, don't forget to join the masterclass. The link is in the bio. You're going to learn how to create credentials and everything. So I've just copied it there. But just in case, let me just go through it. A signal is considered used only if one of these applies. Model initiated. The model introduced a signal for users did not mention. A signal is considered is only if one of these model applies. Model initiated. So the model introduced a signal that the user did not mention at all. So that is used. User mentioned signal, model expands. The model adds context, elaborates, or brings new value. One thing I love about Outlier, all these challenges are just, based on me being able to understand everything, New job. We should now review it like any. Do not reject this task or close the old rejection model for which. So these are the project instructions. I might as well save myself the stress in the future and just have these somewhere. I know they will pile up. Actually, this is how I consider tasking myself. Okay, and enter Ctrl V. So I have that. So what are they saying? I'm trying to understand. When a signal count when a signal count as used. Step 1, 1A, 1B. You remember 1A, 1B? Let's go through 1A, 1B. Let me take you to this class. Was the signal used in response A? If no, stop tasking and submit the task. Was the signal already used in chat history? If yes, stop tasking and submit task. So this is what they are talking about. 1A, 1B. A signal is considered used only if one of these apply. Model initiate. The model introduces a signal that the user did not mention. User mentioned signal, not model expand. The model adds context, elaborates, or brings new value. Or the model introduces a related signal, not just. Do not mark as used if the model only repeats user's signal without expanding it. Remember this. And I'll go through this in the tasking. It's quite interesting, man. Hit enter, Control V, put there. Make it use and count. Okay, it's better to annotate and catch. Okay, so let's continue. Pretty good. Really interesting and more so and sizes more on the task at hand. So just before I submit, I have to check emphasize. You Google search emphasize. So I've gotten it. I know, guys, I know. I'm gonna start tripping at times, so like, okay, I think it's the same thing. Good. So submit. The task has begun, guys. Let's do it. So, oh my god. Hi chat, you're looking for tasks that are good fit for you. Will notify you soon. Yeah, so guys, I'm waiting. I guess the queue is what happens with Outlier when there are gigs. Let's say there are gigs that have let's say they want 100 people, and so probably I should have even logged in early, but you understand. So I really was able to do that. So I'll check out later, so they will be able to invite me and I'll continue. So it is quite interesting.